As the edge of the Venomverse takes off, we are going to follow X-23 in her adventures with the Black Symbiote. So as we open right off into the first issue, we witness X-23 as she's traveling down an elevator, talking about the times she was killed previously, and she says this time it will be different. As the elevator door opens, she jumps out and starts slaughtering everybody in sight. As she's able to dispose of all of them, some sort of gas is thrown into the room that starts throwing her off her game. She quickly stumbles out of that room and continues to hide up until the soldiers find her. She makes it very clear she does not want to go back, and as she's huddled up against the wall, we see a black symbiote that bonds itself onto her. And then the comic jumps to 2 months later, where we see a bunch of teenagers in an abandoned bank, and they're kind of just going through while talking about, is this place haunted or not? And they're quick to point out that it can only be haunted if there's ghosts, not crazy creatures. And after a giant noise startles them, they witness X-23, who is just kind of chilling there in the dark, and on their way out, they get held up by someone they owe money to. As one of the kids is backed up against the fence and he's about to be stabbed for the money he owes this dude, X-23, all venomized, ends up jumping out and absolutely ripping this guy to shreds. Blood everywhere. As someone else tries to take her down, it doesn't fare much better, as she also rips them apart. We then again jump to a few weeks later, where we see Laurel is actually now really good friends with these teenagers, and they're going to run a scheme. She gets punched in the face, and because she's a little girl, everybody's going to pay attention to her. While the guy driving the truck is paying attention to her, they're going to hijack all the ice cream. Now, while they were doing this, it turns out they were being spied on by some feds who are trying to get their hands on these kids. Unfortunately, this is when the fed gets a little too close and finds out that the infection of the symbiote is spreading, as Laurel has spread it to her friends. Quickly, right after that, the group is surrounded by a bunch of military people. They really look outmatched. Fortunately for them, yeah, X-23's here. She's got her symbiote on and she's ready to kill. And oh boy, does she kill. Oh, do they all kill, because we're treated to quite a few pages of them just brutally murdering all these soldiers. And as all of the kids are backed up into a corner, we start to kind of anticipate more murder, I guess you could say, although we don't really get that, as X-23 is teleported out of here with some sort of weird technological displacement thing, I don't know, some MacGuffin, and she stands before a venomized Captain America who says that they're going to war. So the edge of Venomverse first issue is not bad. Honestly, it's more entertaining than it is a solid read, but then again, when you're getting into something like this, I think you kind of know what to expect and you grade it on a different scale than you would other comics. It is enjoyable, it's a fun ride, and that's what I was really wanting from it. And there is some good characterization with X-23. Honestly, this one gets a 7 out of 10.